Stay out of your way.
Good morning and welcome to the Skeinz Diaries. It is episode 134. I am Marie and welcome along. Yes, I know it's 9 o'clock. So if you're getting that ding ding notification bell and you're thinking, this is a bit unusual, it is because it is epic sale time, and during epic sale I work in the shop full time, which I love, absolutely love. So hopefully you will be able to pop along and say good day, and yes, here we all come, and I can say hello and let you know what is going on with the epic sale, which of course kicked off on Saturday. Lisa's just arrived. I'm getting her to take some photos. The team worked, so we worked all day Saturday, a good chunk of Saturday, and it was so electric here in the shop. I hope you saw the video on social media. It was lots and lots of fun. And then on Sunday, the packing team came in. We've never done this before, actually, where we've done a special Sunday pack. And we just wanted to be able to do that to give ourselves a head start, because one of the things with starting epic sale on a Saturday is that we have 2 full days of sale. The first day is always our biggest. Then we hit Monday and there's this wall of orders that can be so overwhelming. So we have worked really, really hard. The team have been incredible over the weekend, and they have worked super hard at there are 2 full crates out there waiting for a morning pickup with Jayshan, our courier. So he's going to absolutely freak out when he gets here and sees them. So hopefully I'm going to get some photos of that and I can show you all those first orders that are going out, which from our perspective we hope will mean that we won't be as behind as we sometimes get as we get bogged down with so many orders. So isn't that great news? Morning everybody, so good to see everyone along. The other thing I did over the weekend, I did some work. I worked on the website yesterday, did some more work on it this morning. It definitely seems to be working a lot better. It was a bit sluggish, I won't lie. It was a bit sluggish those first few hours. So if you're one of those people that jumped on and tried to get on and it was just a bit sluggish and driving you crazy on Saturday, look, you weren't alone, but I've been in and out of there a lot in the last 2 or 3 hours, and it's actually been running great. So do jump back on and have a look there. And I've also been moving a lot of stuff around, and I've sent a newsletter out already this morning on some items that weren't appearing on the sale page, and there was some questions on social media around why, this doesn't seem to be much on the sale. There's not much on the sale page. There's only three pages. There is a reason for that initially, is because pretty much everything is on sale with the exception of our Southlander style yarns and some of the Knit Pro single independent needles and the cottons, I think. And then pretty much everything else is up for grabs. So we can't really put the entire contents of the website onto one page, or you'll be scrolling through 20 pages. So what we've gone and done on that sale page have put a bit like Ravelry, the hot right now, and we've got in the ones with the deeper discounts. That's what we've gone and applied on that sale page. So that's what we've gone and done. So I have done some movements on that page of a few things that did have deep discounts, didn't quite make the page for the weekend, and suddenly realised that actually these needed to be there because you would have actually missed out on them. And we did sell a few of them in the shop on the weekend, so people were looking. And these are the Belang Kits. I've got both of them here. We've got these. There are 2 types that are on. We've got 2 varieties in 2 different sizes. So that is the Argenti, which is absolutely beautiful. Now, this one is almost exclusively mohair with a little bit of a binder. And these are, as you can see, it's a woven blanket and it's brushed. This is stunning, absolutely stunning. This one here is the knee rug size, and I'm just going to hold that back. And as you can see, it's a really nice size. So this is designed, obviously, to pop over your knees, perfect for over the back of the recliner, ideal if you've got anybody who is going into hospital or infirm or in care and they just need something to keep themselves a wee bit warmer. And we have this knee size in both the Argenti and this luscious character here. This is the Carboni, and this is an alpaca predominant blanket. So this is in a beautiful charcoal. There is a little bit of the mohair in here as well as part of the blend, but this The difference between the two is that there's a sort of a lightness with the mohair, with the warmth, so it's not quite as dense, whereas the carboni with the alpaca has definitely a denseness and a lushness to it that you don't get with the mohair. So the carboni, this one here is the full throw size. So this is, when I say full throw size, we're talking sort of, as you can sort of see there, single bed size, or you could actually put this sort of widthwise across a queen size bed, for example, and it will give you warmth at the top of the body. It is just absolutely squishable. These blankets, I've moved them to the top of the Epic sale page, are 40% off at the moment, which is a huge price reduction. I'm going to have, I can't remember the prices. Hold on, I'll tell you in just a second. Helps if we had this page up earlier, doesn't it? I'm just so excited to get in here and tell you all about these. Right. So there we go. So the throw blanket, yes, which is this one, has gone down from $219 to $131.40. Now, elsewhere, you'd be paying up to $300 for one of these. So about $131 from us in the Epic sale. Absolute steal. And the knee rug, these have been incredibly popular. We have never done these knee rugs before, and these have been really popular, $77.40. I just think that is an incredible buy for one of these. They'd also work quite well as like little buggy blankets, if you're wanting to use them on a buggy, or even a travel rug. You know, some people like to have a blanket in the car, you know, for just in case, or if you're popping out visiting, it's actually a good size for that. And they're $77.30. So they both on that sale page now, and do make sure you check them out. We've spun all the yarn, so they're fully 100% New Zealand. The yarn has been spun by us, the fiber's been sourced locally, and they have been woven with our friends down in the Wairarapa. So they're as local as they come. So those blankets are up and listed at 40% off. Next to the blankets, and this is an even bigger price drop, is these little suckers here, and it's really heartbreaking with me. So I'm going to tell you a story on these. So we had these bespoke made in a cooperative in Pakistan, and we gave them the parameters that we wanted. They came, we were absolutely delighted with them. But unfortunately, with the componentry, particularly the metal componentry, and I don't know whether you can see this there, but you can potentially, yes, you can see that there. A little bit there that you can see is a little bit just sitting on here. What we have found that the componentry here in our New Zealand climate is obviously not the same on the subcontinent, and we are seeing some oxidization in that metal componentry. Actually, and this probably best shows, this is the clamp for the table. So you can see that there. Now, it's unsightly. It doesn't affect the functioning at all. I've got the prototype of this. It's done it on my prototype now, and it's taken a little while to do that, but it doesn't affect the function of the winder at all. It just doesn't look very nice. So we have decided to actually quit these at below cost, but letting you know that that is the case with them. So they were $150. They're going out at $50. $50. So there's only a very limited number of these. We want all of them are going to go out. And these are these counterbalanced wool winders. And if you've never used one of these winders, they really do make winding hanks an absolute doddle, and they give you the most beautiful, perfect balanced cake that's easy to center pull from. They really do make a massive difference. They can do up to a 200 gram cake quite readily, but of course most come in 100 grams anyway. And I mean, I'm just holding this with my hand, and it just shows you, I mean, the action on these is beautiful. So if you have been lusting after one of these but haven't been able to justify the cost, and you don't mind that she's not the prettiest belle at the ball, well then snap one of those up, because I think now that I put these up and reduce the price, they've been off the web until we decided what to do with them. They're going to disappear today, so I think you need to hurry on those today. Speaking of hanks, there they are there. These are the Cascade 220 Merinos. These, with that winder, honestly, these will take no time at all. We have bought in all the stock that they had with us of this yarn. It is utterly squishable. It is a woolen spun merino. So it's a really intriguing yarn, actually, because its specifications and count. So I'm just looking at that here. So it's 200 meters, and it's actually designed. Oh, its specifications is very much like one of our DKs. I say treat this very much like our Southlander. It sits in that zone. So anything that you've knit Southlander DK for, you can knit for this. And it's at the heavier end of DKs. So it means that it will knit anything in DK, but it will also knit up to a 10-ply Aran pattern. And they actually, their recommendation on this is a 4.5 to 5 millimeter needle. So that's heading into American worsted territory. Now, I've got a hank of this and I'm wanting to have a play around with. Just having knit with this before in the past, I have knit it as a DK, and at 200 meters, it will substitute into patterns beautifully. But because of that loft in the woolen spun process that it gets, it is quite different. It acts quite differently when you actually pull it into that larger frame, and it holds itself really well because all those little small fibers fill those gaps in beautifully, and it really does react quite differently when it's blocked and puffs out, and it is quite lovely. What is so special about this cascade is we've got over, well, I think we've one colour sold out now, so I think we could be 55 colours. The colour range in this is massive, absolutely massive. So if you have been wanting to do some colour work, you've seen some patterns that you just haven't quite had the range there that you want, or you want to do some tonal sort of fading, temperature blankets, there is a million and one uses that you can use with this. These are now $14.95, which takes them down to a $7.48 50-gram ball equivalent for a merino yarn, which is incredible value, and with all those beautiful colours. So they are up now. We've got the wall, as you can see it right behind me just there, the beautiful cascade wall. So do make sure you get some of this in stash, or have a good look at your projects, see what's there, and maybe include one of these in there. If you're wanting to think of projects straight off the top of your head, actually, dare I say it, Love Note, which I've just completed. Love Note would work fabulously well in this. I think, in fact, it'll be a really good substitute because it's got a little bit more loft to it. Also, the Nanook, which I knitted in Kelly & Co, would look great in this as well. So, and even, actually, you could even stretch to Trika if you pulled the needle back a little bit too. So there's plenty of options there. Adele's asking, would it knit up similar to Outlaw Rebel Worsted? Yes, yeah, it probably would actually. I don't know the exact count on that, but that's, again, it's a stunning yarn, a beautiful woolen spun. The handle on this is a little softer. It's a wee bit toothier, the Rebel Worsted, which is not a bad thing actually, because it holds its shape beautifully. So this is a little softer, but it is, yeah, very, very similar. I would definitely give that a go. So I've now put these on the sale page to make them easier to find. People sort of weren't looking over onto their page, but you could definitely have a play around with those. The other yarn I completely forgot, and it's got a deep discount, and I'm just pulling them over here. Look, she needs to be colour coordinated. I know, crazy. Whisper DK. Whisper DK has been discontinued. We will not be doing this again. And it's actually really crazy because, of course, there is now a selection of patterns all in this heavier mohair that have now just been released. But this Whisper DK is amazing. We are keeping Whisper fine, so fear not. There will be some fluff still available, but you're preferring the finer fluff to double strand back. But this guy can be worked on its own to create a beautiful, lush, gorgeous fluffy fabric. And this is now available. I have popped it up on the sale page to make it easier for you to find. And that has gone down from $12.95 for a 50-gram ball all the way down to, let me have a look over my shoulder, $6.95. So you're saving $6 a ball on this. Once it's gone, it's gone. So this is definitely, if you're not 100% certain of what you're wanting to do with it right now, but there's a colour there that you love, I would make sure you get this colour into stash, because honestly, you don't want to miss out on this. It's great for blanket blankets. It's $6.95 now. This is incredible value if you're wanting to knit a fluffy blanket, because it makes it really affordable, and it's 178 metres per ball, people. 178 metres per ball. So that gives you also great economy for every single ball. And if you love the Argenti so much, we actually have it in balled yarn as well if you're wanting to make something to go with your blanket, with your knee rug or your throw. You can actually get that, and it's the same price as the Whisper DK. So all of those are what's hot and happening today, plus everything else. The vintage prints have been going incredibly well. I know we sold out of the rose hip, but I'm just going to check. I think we did have some stock in the shop that may have been transferred back into the web, so I just need to have a look at that. So just check back at the sale page. If you see it pop up, it means that more stock's been transferred. But the rose hips sold out very quickly. But we do have, and some of the Perindales sold out real fast too, but we do have a few of those left in the shop. So really, it's do have a dig around. Do have a dig around. We are talking to the mill. We have got a few more things that we're hoping, fingers crossed, to get across this week. I've got a couple of things that I didn't get a chance to load up, so watch out for those. So there is still some more things coming, and the Knit Pro, gosh, we got the Knit Pro order in, and that went woof. So I'm going to see if Claire's going to see if she can pull a little bit more in from Knit Pro as well, to get that up before the end of the sale is up on April 2nd. Yes, actually, great. Adele is just saying the Whisper DK could be used single for petite knit patterns instead of double stranding. Yes, is the very short answer to that. In fact, we as a sample, we did a petite knits pattern here in store, and that's exactly what we did with it, and it looked absolutely fantastic. So do definitely do it. And do not, and I love it, some of you have already made multiple orders. Remember, 15 is the magic number. That is the record for the most orders made during Epic Sale, which occurred last year. Prior to that, it was 12. So there's some goalposts for you people. To try and set that up and have some fun. And don't be afraid to order more than once. I'm going to get going and check in with the team, and obviously help Cara. You've probably heard Cara. She's been madly restocking the shop while I've been chatting to you. Actually, I'm going to spin the camera around so you can see Cara madly. There she is, madly restocking the shop. So I'm going to get going so I can get ready to say hello to everybody as you come in and say, come and visit us here today in our Taradale Road store. Until then, you have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow with what's going on with Epic Sale, and hopefully you'll have a chance to do some more shopping today. Take care. Bye.